What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and today we're doing some more Guess the ELO. So we have a pretty long game on a small drylands in Omaji Mir, so this is going to be very exciting. I know my way around this matchup, so expect a lot of criticism. Let's just get right into it. So first off, opening is good. Good exploration too. So far, seems just pretty good. And yeah, do you guys like the new replay thing? I'm in the beta and they changed the replay UI. I like it a lot actually. So yeah, upgrading. I will say yeah, on turn 3, so they did decide to train the rider there, which I actually do like. They also could have trained it on the capital to level up, but they have plenty of population there, so training the rider there makes sense. And then they're going to upgrade their capital. And hopefully they get an explorer in the city. That just makes sense. Wait, why not explorer? The reason why it makes sense to go explorer here is because it's a small drylands. You either know where they are or where they aren't. You can probably make an educated guess because you know that the opponent is also Omaji, at least if you check their score on turn 0. They're over here somewhere. If you get an explorer, then what happens is it'll go around this area, and if you find them there, you know that they're there, and if you don't find them, you know that they are over here. And that can really help you figure out where you should be positioning your units and make sure something bad doesn't happen. So, and also just the vision in general is useful here. It's just nice to have. So especially in the Omaji mirror where the person that gets the first hit gets a pretty big advantage. So definitely should have gotten an explorer here. Also, okay, they don't have enough stars to level up their capital, so yeah, they can't do anything about that right now. Okay, but here they could have. In fact, I don't know why we're training a warrior to go for the lighthouse. First off, why are we training a warrior to go for the lighthouse? It's going to go to the lighthouse and it's going to take 10 years to get in the combo. We basically spent 2 stars to get 1 population, which we may as well just upgrade the capital if we're going to do that. We had an extra star too. It costs 6 stars and we get 5 stars back, so why not upgrade the capital here? So definitely not a really high ELO player because there's some mistakes already and we haven't even gotten into the juicy combat. Now we 100% get an explorer here. Dude, why are we not getting an explorer there? Also, where's the opponent? It's turn 7. I'm used to normal drylands where I'm meeting the opponent before then. This is a small dry and the opponent is nowhere in sight. That is ridiculous. This feels like 1100 already. This is... Jeez. What? Alright, and then train 2 riders. Okay, now he levels that up when it makes less sense to do so. Because I think it would have been better to train 2 riders. You got a runes there, and you need to keep units up because, yeah, you don't know where they are, except now you do. Although, you probably could have guessed they're over here, right? Because there's not really enough space here. It's only 1, 2, 3 tiles that you haven't seen. You don't see any borders here, so you can be pretty certain they are over here. 100%. So you definitely want some more units to be ready for that, because they're going to get the first hit now. They're even going to block you. This is very sad. See, if we had gotten some vision, then we would have been more ready for this. Maybe we would have gone roads at some point. I don't know. Okay, but wait, why did we send... Hold on. I totally glossed over that turn. Let's run that back. I was yapping too much. Why are we sending the sword here? Also, did we just forget to move the warrior? This was a live game, so maybe he did just forget. Why are we moving the sword here instead of over to reclaim our village? The one that we just lost. The one with the workshop and a resource. That's 4-star per turn city. You don't know how good the city is. You don't know how well defended it is. You don't know how many units they have to support. You still don't know how much support they have, but you know how much the city is worth. It's definitely worth getting. It's also more in the center. You really want the city. So go for it. Man. Okay, now we get an Explorer from the ruins, absolutely bailing you out. That was easily the best ruins result there, because the vision is so important here. Why did we... Dude, you can take the city, you know. You can hit with the rider and then just... I'm thinking around 1100-ish. Maybe less. On the plus side, we can get Eye of God somewhat smoothly with just a decently lucky Explorer. If we get Climbing, which we own for the ruins anyway, then a good Explorer, we get Eye of God. Somehow, by only getting one Explorer the entire game, I mean, we had a Ruins Explorer too, and the opponent was really bad at the game. Yeah. I would imagine we do one farming just so we can not only get the Eye of God, but the city is amazing. Right here, you see this city. This can actually get a giant with just farming, because that's 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, that was a nice 8 this time. 10 and 11. 11 is the magic number to get a giant with population growth. If you ever get a border growth on the city, I will actually strangle you. That is not a threat, that is a promise. Anyway, yeah, farming's good here. I would get it over roads in this position. Also, you can get a giant on your capital, so yeah. And it just is easier to level up the city over here, to get Eye of God, all of that, but, okay, we are going to make sure we don't lose that city. Wait. We're going to make sure we don't lose that city, right? Was that even a misclick? Like, I don't even know. That was just, whether that was a misclick or not, I mean, that was, you were a little bit off. Now what would be really sad is if the opponent gets an Explorer on that city before you take it back. Also, the opponent is making a lot of warrior. What is this warrior? What is it doing? I don't know. It's a little silly. Both players are kind of oh my goodness. I knew as soon as he placed the first farm here, that wasn't a misplay. But it was a sign of things to come. I knew for a fact that he not like placing the farm instinctively right here to get the giant in the Park of Fortune. I just knew he wouldn't do it afterward. Oh, I can't believe it. Why? Get the giant. Also, this warrior. Are you going to move it this turn? No. That warrior does not exist anymore. What warrior? What am I watching, dude? You should not have sent this replay to, like, the Omaji guy. I love Omaji, and you're desecrating the funny haha tribe. Okay, Explorer, right? Oh, and not only did he not get the Explorer for the chance of Eye of God, you know, that's definitely worth gambling for. And even if he doesn't get it, he gets some really, really useful vision on the opponent, you know? Like, you get good information. But also, on top of that, he still didn't get the giant on his capital and the Park of Fortune and all that. He still didn't do that. Is he ever going to do that this game? This dude might be like 1,000 tops. Like, I think 1,100 would be really generous, actually. And the opponent gets knights! Sure, why not? They don't even have farming, do they? No, they don't have farming. They would have used farming, probably. That's a city wall, sure. I don't know. We still didn't get the giant, by the way. Yeah, okay, that happens. That was a turn, ever. We're gonna not kill the warrior and instead try to unsiege when we can't unsiege. I mean, it was worth hitting the knight once, but you could have killed the warrior there. Alright, now we're going to try to get a giant instead of getting a giant. Okay, I guess we get a giant with Gate of Power. Okay. Why didn't we use this really strong monument? You know, monuments are really good. 3 population for free. Why didn't we use that in a city that needs the monument? You know, like, what if we used it to unsiege? Sorry if I'm getting a little angry. A little angy. But if we go back a little bit, so he does have Gate of Power. Do you know what else he can get? He can get Park of Fortune. This city right here only needs 6 population. We can place the Gate of Power. Yeah, you see that funny Gate of Power? And we can spend 5 stars. 5 stars, by the way. We can afford to do that. We can get our Gate of Power, and we can get our Park of Fortune. And pop a giant to unsiege. But no, let's get a giant here and use our Gate of Power that we need to unsiege. Oh my! You know what? No. I don't want to look at the rest of this game. I'm just gonna rush through this. This guy's like 1,000. I'm just gonna guess right on the dot 1,000. Like, sure, the opponent does stuff. Things happen. We finally get the giant. Good on ya. Things happen. And yeah, woo. Yeah, see, look at this replay feature. You can actually see like turn by turn, like everything happening. But yeah, this was an atrocity of a game. I mean, they didn't buy any really stupid text. They bought the correct text. So I might say 1,050. Because maybe I'm being a little too harsh. The Majimir is not easy to play, but I still feel like they made a lot of decisions of all time. So I'm going to guess 1050, just to be a little generous. Let's see if I regret that. 1050, final answer. Okay, off by 100. I'll take that, honestly. I'll cut to the next game. All right, we are in the next game. Let's get right into things. So, yeah, the opponent is Zebasi. Or not the opponent, the player is Zebasi. Yeah, against Luxador. Oh, wait, what map type is this? This normal continents. Ooh. I wonder if they do the thing. Ooh, we're gonna see some PHILO rush. Ooh. I don't know why they didn't train a warrior. If I'm not mistaken, you wanted to get to this village sooner rather than later, so already a little bit of a mistake. A warrior is definitely the play. And I'm assuming, yeah, they're going to go for meditation, and now they train the warrior. They kind of realize. They get fishing, which is actually pretty good, because it does let them like level up the city with a port if they want to. But they're going to go for philosophy first, which is a bit of a mistake. If we go back, I think it's just better to upgrade, no? Upgrade, and you can either get an explorer or a workshop there. Probably just a workshop if you're going to go for the PHILO strats. And then just, yeah, because PHILO, what does PHILO do here? Right now, nothing. And you weren't even capturing a village this turn, so just develop your eco. Get that going. We've got a lot of ruins here. We get hunting, which that's also okay. It works. Then we get construction, so now we can get some nice development. Our cities are spaced very far away, which is actually pretty good for like Zeb PHILO, because you can get some nice border growths. Now, for market planning, this was a 24-hour game, apparently, so he had a lot of time to plan his markets. What I would recommend for planning markets is just take a screenshot at some point and then just draw out the markets. Like, just, I don't know, use like MS Paint or like whatever you can use to just draw out all the possible market layouts. Like, right off the bat, I see BGing this city to get a windmill here. And then you can get a market here and a market here. And you can get a level 1 windmill here with this. Is that optimal? It's kind of tough to say. Another way you could do this is you could windmill here, then market here, market here, windmill here, or no. Market here, windmill here. Although, no, you can't make the BGs work like that. So, because if you try and windmill here, it's very awkward. Like, you could market, windmill, market. I don't think that's as efficient. So I would imagine you want to use this for windmill and then just double market here, because it's 2 level 5s, which is pretty good. And it's pretty cheap as well. You only need 1 windmill. So I would assume that's what he goes for. If he finds something better than that, then that's really good. Again, he actually has time to think about it. I'm, like, trying to not make things too long. You know, I don't want to bore you out with my yapping. Forestry is a nice thing to get from the ruins here. Okay, so he goes for that windmill spot. That's fair, I guess. Let's see what he makes of it. Again, like, where you place your windmills and your markets is very crucial. Because, I mean, I could see, like, you BG this and, like, you market, or sorry, you windmill and market here. I guess that also works, so maybe that's what he's going for, and then he BGs here. That might be better, actually. Let's see if that's what he's going for. Because I kind of want to see this play out. Like, did he really go for the supreme markets? Because he does have some pretty good market spots here. Wait, why are we going sailing? I mean, we want those juicy markets. Oh, he does go for that border growth. I think he does it a little too soon, though. Because if he captured this first, and then went for the border growth, this would also have a good market spot. So he gets an explorer. That's a good explorer. But I see what he's doing with the markets. I like that market spot. And then, yeah, he uses forestry. That's good. That's good. I like that. And then Luxador's got archery here, which is okay, but it's not going to pan out very well because Zebasi's going to get knights easily. But I mean, I can't blame Luxador for going archery. It makes sense from what I can tell. And we're going to get a giant. We're not going to use our monument right away. Curious. There's a few really good monument spots, like right here and even just right here, honestly. So why not use the monument? Just go ahead and smack it down. There's plenty of good spots, and it's not like you actually benefit from waiting here. So unless you're like trying to set up a poof, but you don't really have the units for that, and I don't think it's worth trying for. Buying ramming, I don't really agree with here. I think just set up your markets before you even buy any more technologies. Just get those markets set up and just make some more units. Like, I know you have PHILO, but what PHILO means is basically you don't need to buy techs yet. You can wait to buy them. Oh, that's where he places Park of Fortune. I mean, you have another monument. You have Grand Bazaar. Okay, that's something. You are able to unsiege both cities, luckily. But it does get a little messy. This why you needed to train more units, because ramming didn't do too much. It did something, but you would have been better off making more units. Maybe you would have actually gotten the poof off. But you are surviving. Your eco is thriving, and you should be completely winning from this point on. It's kind of hard to tell what ELO. I'm thinking not super high, but like not very low either. Like, he got the game plan down and he did survive pretty well, to be honest. It's kind of hard to tell because like Zeb PHILO is like, it's not a strategy I'm actually the most experienced with. I mean, I only invented it, but like, it's not something very common, you know. You don't do it all the time. But yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell the difference between like doing it correctly or doing it incorrectly, and like also more specifically like how players approach it with doing it correctly or incorrectly. Like, I can really only judge this based off like Unomicro and market placement, which their market placements are actually pretty good. So I'm inclined to say at least 1400. I do also quite like that Mindbender trap. I might even say higher than 1400 just off that, but I can't really say like 1600 plus because there's definitely some room for improvement for sure on the micro end, and then also just like maybe being a little too greedy. Like, yeah, he did survive, but he made things a little closer than they needed to be. He also trained a warrior. Is that to trap? I'm assuming that is to trap. So he's going to train a rider in this. Okay, yeah. Warrior works too. So he's going for the trap, yeah? Because the idea here is he's going to want to put this warrior over here. Or I guess he can do it with this warrior as well. But either way, he's going to poof this. I assume he has Gate of Power. Yes, and he's not used it yet. So he's going to use Gate of Power plus, I think, just Burn of Forest. I think that's cheapest. Or, yeah, I guess it's the same price to either Burn Forest or Port and Hut, which I guess is better because you get an extra port. So, but he's going to poof the Giant here. If he poofs the Giant, I'm going to say a solid 1500. Like, that's just a good play here. It's not like insanely hard to find, but not easy to find either. You have to be looking for it. And yeah, there he goes with the play. Very solid poof. Love to see it. Overall, pretty solid gameplay. Like, the most I can say is just like, yeah, he just played suboptimally in some areas. And like, things could have gotten a little hairy in some areas if the opponent punished better, but he did make some good decisions, and like, all in all, I can't complain too much. Like, he definitely planned his markets out pretty well and all that. Like, he did a pretty good job. He made sure to, like, prioritize this border growth, though he could have prioritized this one first and then this one. So, like, some little mistakes there that definitely for sure I know he's not, like, really high ELO with this because he's not really super on point with those, but he is doing pretty well. I'm not sure if he's, like, 1500 plus. I feel like between 14 and 1500, so I might say 1450. But that was some pretty solid gameplay, I will say. I did quite like that one. Love to see that juicy Philostrat in action. So 1450, I think that's going to be my final guess. Oh wow, 1359. Again, off by 100, but this time I overestimated him. Yeah, that's 2 more Guess the ELO games. Oh boy. I have infinite content, I guess. Yeah, you guys are gonna get a lot of Guess the ELO in the future, I can guarantee that. But yeah, like and sub, and have a good one.